to our special reports presentations and celebrations of success. I thought that video was wonderful, capturing some of our students and our staff while they're getting some national recognition. Carrying on with that a little bit, I would like to recognize first my colleague, Lanny Boswell.
Thank you very much. Principal Rust, would you please join me at the podium? Mr. Mayhew, in 2005, I had the honor of serving on a community task force that recommended Adams Elementary be built. And when I last moved, I'm now in the neighborhood, so Adams is my neighborhood elementary school. Therefore, it gives me great pleasure to move that the board adopt the following resolution. Whereas Adams Elementary School has been honored as a 2022 National Blue Ribbon School by the U.S. Department of Education, and whereas Adams Elementary is one of 297 schools selected in the nation to earn this distinction in 2022, and whereas Adams Elementary was chosen for this honor because of its overall academic performance and ability to close achievement gaps, and whereas Adams Elementary earned this honor because of the hard work and commitment by its staff, students, families, and community, now therefore be it resolved that the Lincoln Board of Education does hereby congratulate Adams Elementary School for being named a 2022 National Blue Ribbon School by the U.S. Department of Education, signed by our Board President, Don Mayhew, and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Paul Gosman. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Boswell, and thank you to the Board of Education. We were fortunate enough a couple weeks ago to celebrate the Blue Ribbon School Award, and had lots of people out, and the kids did a great job. And so, again, I want to thank you for this recognition, and I also want to thank those that came along with me tonight. Mrs. Tina Crosley-Witt, Mrs. Carrington Oakley, and then Mrs. Jenny Sellenreck, who is now at Huntington, but last year Mrs. Oakley and Mrs. Sellenreck helped me, being brand new to Adams last year, write the application for this Blue Ribbon Award, and so having their knowledge behind that was very, very helpful. And I would also be remiss if I didn't take time to tell you that the reason this award is possible is because of the hard work of the staff and the students, the families, and the community. It totally is a community effort. So again, thank you very much for this recognition.
Why don't we have those folks stand up for a second and join in this as well. Thank you all for your good work. Thanks, guys. All right, we have a motion on the floor. Is there a second? Mrs. Danek?
I would second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Laura, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Byer?
Yes.
Mr. Boswell?
Yes.
Mrs. Danek?
Yes.
Ms. Mumgard?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes. Next, I would like to recognize my dear colleague, Kathy Danek.
And not to diminish Adams, but it's really unusual for a school district to have two Blue Ribbon schools in 1 year. Principal Cook, would you please come? This is Principal Jamie Cook. She used to be at Pershing, so we got to know each other. And this is in the form of a motion, President Mayhew. Whereas Humann Elementary School has been honored as a 2022 National Blue Ribbon School by the United States Department of Education, and whereas Humann Elementary is one of 297 schools selected in the nation to earn this distinction in 2022, and whereas Humann Elementary was chosen for this honor because of its overall academic performance and ability to close achievement gaps, and whereas Humann Elementary earned this honor because of the hard work and commitment of its staff, students, families, and community. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Lincoln Board of Education does hereby congratulate Human Elementary School for being a 2022 National Blue Ribbon School by the United States Department of Education. Signed by President Don Mayhew and Superintendent Dr. Paul Gosman. Congratulations, Human Elementary.
Thank you, Mrs. Danek. Also, thank you to the Board of Education and to our district leaders. This award and recognition is only possible because of your support and advocacy and belief in our schools and communities. So I want to recognize just a few staff members that I have here with me. Mrs. Jill Gable, second grade teacher, Mrs. Nicole Gotterman is our special education coordinator, Mrs. Jessica Ankerson, assistant principal, and Mrs. Julie Wilson, our music teacher. So they're here to accept this honor with us. A big husky shout out to our staff and administrators and scholars at Human, both past and present. It's because of all of them that their unwavering dedication and determination and grit has allowed Human to be recognized in this manner. Congratulations to Adams. It's really great to be in really good company, so we feel honored to be recognized with all of you. And of course, thank you to the Human families. The support that they show our staff and scholars goes above and beyond. And we know that education truly is a partnership, and we can't do it without our families. So thank you very much for the honor, and go Huskies!
We have a motion on the floor. Is there a second, Mr. Boswell?
Second.
Is there any discussion on this item? Seeing none, Laura, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Boswell,
Yes.
Mrs. Danek,
Yes.
Ms. Mumgarde,
Yes.
Ms. Byer,
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes. Congratulations again. Thank you for your work all.